Okay, I saved the best part of this for last, gang. And boy, is this a doozy. I'm not going to cover it all, but I would just like to show the script editor and some of the cool things you can do with it. I'm going to jump down here to, as you can see, all the work we've done so far has been edited and put in place for the script, and it's all broken out nicely into little sections. But what I want to do is I want to find something in particular. Look for edit any files, modify system. I'm looking for something very specific. Okay. Okay. And if you're wondering what I'm looking for I'm looking for where the shortcuts are created. Here we go. Create shortcuts. So what we're going to do is we're going to do something really cool with this. We're going to say, we're going to do an if statement. So we're going to say, if, and all you do is just pick it up, drag it, and drop it where you want it. And then remember how I said earlier in a previous video when we were talking about runtime variables, how this comes with a lot of them? I wasn't kidding. So we're actually going to use a predefined variable here. If I can find the one I'm looking for. SB param1 %_ SB _ param2 is actually what we'll use. Is equal to 1 on position, and I'll show you why we're using that statement. And we're going to say is equal to 1 on position 1, because we're going to give the user an option to create a shortcut to both the music and seasons directories, the individual directories that say music and videos, on their desktops. So let's, okay. So we've got if this equals 1 on position 1, then now we need to find us a create shortcut. Variable. Okay, I can never remember where this chunk's at. Create shortcut. It's right there. I'm going to drop that right on the end. I'm going to call that shortcut. And this is the same thing we were doing in the stinking shortcuts panel over here. We're just coming out here and doing some real cool stuff with it. We're going to say that we want to call this iCarly Seasons. And we're going to locate, browse for folder. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It won't let me do specific by feature. That's a pain. Dang. Okay, so what I wanted to do, oh wait, I know why. Maybe. Let me do it. No, it's not gonna let me do it, guys. Wanted to grab that real quick and yeah, okay, and it won't let me do it that way. Okay, looks like my plan there didn't work. I'm actually gonna trash that. Well, things always go wrong in this, sometimes when you're filming. Trash that end while we're there. So we don't want too many ends without anything else. So let's see, how would I do that? Well, looks like my plan didn't work, but I think I might be able to get it to work easily. Let's do this. Let's go to shortcuts. Let's define those shortcuts where they need to be. On the desktop, add shortcut. iCarly music. We're going to advanced. Shortcut to folder. Soundtracks. Music. Then we're going to leave everything else the hell alone. Then that's actually conditional to there. Then we're going to go iCarly seasons, also on the desktop. And then we'll do the if then. If on position 1, then, and then we'll tie it all up with creating the checkbox dialog. So then we're going to iCarly. And this is actually something I did not do in the original installer. iCarly seasons. Oops. Okay, then we're going to advanced, target, browse for folder, seasons, videos. In fact, we're going to go a step further with this. We're going to say knowing my bad luck, this is not going to turn out right. Percent NDIR percent slash system 32 slash 32.dll. So instead of a regular folder, we're gonna have an icon maybe. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It don't like me for whatever weird reason. Okay, so it's not gonna have a custom icon from Shell 32, which is like the Windows icon store of all Windows icon stores, except where all the OS level icons are. Okay, so we've got what we want. We've got a shortcut on the desktop. Okay, we've got 2 shortcuts in the desktop. Let's flip back over to the script editor. Find those 2 pesky little shortcuts. Shortcuts. Okay, and okay, went ahead and did that. Move that down. Now let's go ahead and do our if-thens. Oops. I told you at the start of this tutorial, guys, that I was not going to be an expert. I told you. And that I might screw things up. Horribly at this point. Okay, if let's find our variable there. In fact, I'm actually going to copy that because we're going to use it later. Equals 1 on position 1. Then we're going to click that up a couple. Okay. And let's see. We're going to find that shortcut we made earlier for the music. We're going to bump that into our if statement. And ta-da! We now have a proper if statement that says if the checkbox that we're getting ready to create is checked in the dialog, then do those 2 shortcuts on the desktop. Now let's wrap this little fun with scripting up and go back to our dialogs visualizer and create that dialog and get the checkbox. Let's do it. So, dialogs. Now, where do I want said dialog? Probably after a custom installation, just in case they did customize. So we're going to add checkboxes. And here we go. I'm going to, oops, that's going to go over brilliantly. Now zoom in so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to title select additional options. We're going to call this install options. Heading. Okay. Please choose additional options below. Okay, so what I've done thus far is I've given it a title, a heading, a subheading, and now we're going to choose. Now, of course, if I had more than one checkbox on this form, I'll show you both, but we're only going to use one. I believe I can have up to 20 or 21 checkboxes formatted this way. So let's go create a ampersand shortcut to the oh wow. I just fudged that up real good. We'll go back and fix it. So we'll have multiple checkboxes. I realized I just made a very bad mistake, so we're gonna go back and fix it. Create a shortcut to the music folder on my desktop. Vertical bar. Oh, whoops. Not what I wanted. Now we're going to do a pipe or vertical bar. Create a shortcut to the CASONS folder on my and oops. What the? Why is that not liking me? Or did I seriously run out of damn? Yep. Go figure. There's a limit about how many checkboxes I can have going there, or about how much space they can take up. So let's do this. Shortcut to and music. Folder on desktop. Bar create shortcut to and video folder on desktop. And okay, so we've got our two checkboxes. Going to go to the Advanced tab and store the selection results in the variable. That's where I'm going to paste that in. Booyah. Now, let's go back and let's fix our checkboxes. And then I will explain how all this ties together after I've gone in and fixed them. Let's go back to our script editor. Let me find. Okay. On position 1, create the, I believe it was the, let me go back and look that up. So this is going to tweak me all day long if I'm not careful. So I hate to put the wrong shortcuts on the desktop. Okay, music folder, then video folder. So we're going to move that down, move that out of that if block. Let's move that down one more. Then let's do an if. Take our same variable. Is the one on position 2, then shortcut seasons, move it up. Okay, so what the heck in High Linux did I just do? So the checkbox dialog, each of the checkboxes on it is stored as a bit field. So because we have 2, that means there are 2 numbers there. 0 meaning it's unchecked. 0 is the first checkbox that says to create the music shortcut, and checkbox number 2 is the checkbox that says create the video shortcut. So if that bit field says 1, 1, that means create both the video and the music shortcut, or the music and video. Then if it's 0, 1, don't create the music shortcut on the desktop, but do create the video shortcut. If it's 0, 0, don't create either shortcut. And that's how those work. So hopefully that explains it well enough. And I actually struggled with this quite a lot on another project. So hopefully my struggles and my mess ups through this little bit of a tutorial video will help somebody else out. So that's it for this tutorial series. I may show off other features that I use a lot in future videos, but for creating this, we're pretty much done here. All I need to do is click compile. It's going to spit it out, and we will actually run our finished installer to see if it works. Okay, dokie. So in the next video, I'm going to compile this, and then I'm going to run it, and we'll see if I broke my own computer. So I will see you in the next video, which will be the last video.